Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look on how to install hobby grade electronics into the B24. I'll give you a quick look at the rig quick. As you can see, I've already got the 2-speed in there with the JST cable. I've got the servo in there held in place with a spare servo horn. Now there was a video recently on the channel. We had it all up and running, but this amp decided to die on me. This ESC, sorry, decided to just stop working. I was getting power still to the receiver, the servos, but I wasn't getting any jingle, and the motor wasn't working. So I removed the on and off switch to see if that was the problem. That wasn't the problem. Closer inspection, there doesn't seem to be any burning. So I don't know what happened there. My guess is what I normally do, instead of using a JST battery to meet this, I normally make a battery wire like this with a JST SM on the end to meet the batteries that you generally get with your WPLs. And I did notice that if I moved it or whatever, the power would surge. So I'm blaming a badly crimped wire made by myself on the def of this ESC. Luckily I've got another one. We've got a receiver for the AX6, and now I've got myself a battery with the JST cable to match the ESC. So yeah, just a quick one today, guys. I'm going to be showing you how to basically get it all to fit under the hood, and where you need to position stuff to achieve this. So the receiver, this is you generally have one this size. If we take a look alongside the servo here, there's a perfect hole there for that to fit. Hold that up for you to have a look quick. So that's where the receiver is going to be going, and the ESC, I'm going to be using a combination. Well, I'm just going to be using some sticky tape to tidy up the wires once it's all in, just to wrap it all up. But the ESC is going to go somewhere on top of the servo. I'll just plonk it in for you to show you. So the ESC is going to be going somewhere there. We're going to be having the power cable from the ESC coming up and through, and the battery is going to be sitting in the battery tray. Plenty of room there. So I'm going to wire everything up and show you how it works quickly. So first of all, we'll take a quick look at the connections and what the switch does on the ESC. This switch at the top is for brake on or off. So it'll be forward, and then you'll have a pause in the trigger before being able to brake or reverse. That sort of brake. It's not actually a a motor brake or a drag brake, so to speak. We've got the connection here that goes into the receiver. So this is what plugs into the receiver and gives the receiver power. We've got the on-off switch for the unit itself. We've got a female JST, which, looking at this connection here, so the female JST is what hooks up to the battery. So you got those two that meet, and then finally you've got the male JST, which is for the motor connection. So I'm going to plug it all in quickly and do a light bench test to see if it all works before actually install it into the rig. So the receiver itself, we've got 4 channels. We're going to be using channel 1 for the servo, channel 2 for the ESC, sorry for the focus, and we're going to be using channel 3 then as well for the gear changing servo for the 2-speed. Also, if we look carefully at the receiver, we've got got markings to show which is positive and negative. So we're going to be having the pins facing up, so the negative wire is on the outside. So we've got the servo in 1, the ESC in 2, and the gear change servo into channel 3. So that's the receiver setup. Now we need to plug the rest of the connections in. So we got the male JST from the ESC matching up with the female JST of the motor. Plug that in. And then finally we've got the female on the ESC matching up with the male JST of the battery. So plug that in. Moment of truth, guys. Got the on off switch. There we go, we got it Bluetooth. If I turn on my receiver now, that should finalize the jingle. Yeah. A bit of solder falling out with it. So straight away it's gone into gear 1. I'm going to be using channel 3. See the servo change at the back there? So there we go, it's in high gear currently. We're going to give everything a little test. We got servo. Now that's backwards, so what I'm going to do is steering, flick that to reverse, and that's normal. I'm going to give it a light squeeze. Let me get everything out the way of the wheels to see if the motor's spinning in the correct direction. Yep, that's fine, no need to adjust that. So everything's wired up, and obviously doing a quick bench test. It seems to be working okay. A little tip with the 2-speed, the little servo changer, is if you listen carefully now, that servo's working hard, and once I click it into first gear, it's hard to, my hands are in the way. Do you hear that pop in? I know this servo has gone absolutely silent, which means it's in the correct position and it's not overworking. I've seen some people who haven't had this lined up correctly, and you'll hear it fuzzing profusely, and what that'll do is eventually burn out your receiver or the servo, either or. So you're looking for a nice 90-degree gear change there for the best engagement. So that's lovely, it's gone in nice. I'm going to pop it back out in a second. What I like to do is, once I put my rig away, or if it's not in use, I like to leave the gearbox in high gear, as not to keep the spring retained, and then over time, if you actually leave it in first gear, the spring will obviously lose its power. So yeah, we've done a quick bench test. That seems to all be in working order. The next thing to do is to get it all to fit underneath there. So I've managed to squeeze everything underneath. I didn't need to use any tape to tame them slightly. I'm going to be leaving the on-off switch underneath the bay turned on, so the power will come on when I connect the battery. And I've got the battery cable coming up and through. The next thing I need to do is just to screw the battery tray into place. Just a case of finding the mounts. Easy enough to do, just a bit of a wiggle. If I can try and get in line there. So this is probably the most fiddliest part of the build, is getting it all to fit nicely under here. But after 5 minutes you should find it easy enough. So this one doesn't bite in yet. Oh, there we go. That one's bit. Maybe the second one. The second one, I can see that straight away. That's bit. So we have everything underneath. I don't know if we can see up in there. We got the battery cable coming up the top. I'm going to give it a quick test. So this should come straight on when I plug the battery in. Yep, battery in. I'm going to watch this click into place. Ready? First and second, the gear shifter's working fine. Servo's still working fine. And we go forwards and backwards. So yeah, just a quick one today. Well, might have strung out a bit too long, but showing you what happened to my ESC and probably the main reason it died, and just a quick explanation and quick tutorial of where everything goes and how to get it all to fit in nicely. So what we'll do then, we've got quite an extended battery cable here. Just wrap that up like this. So you have that sort of thing going on. Shut him down. And I think this time we're ready for the trail. So yeah, hopefully now we'll get some footage of the B24 out on the trail. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back out with it. I did say this last time, but obviously the ESC died. So yeah, cheers for watching guys. I'll catch you on the next one.